I gotta admit, when I do these recordings in this room, it does feel a bit like, you know, Lost in Space, kind of day 10 of the new world.
That's actually, I mean, that's actually from Body
Whoa! He's back.
It's the Afro Moo cam. Did you ever watch his stream and his cams like this?
Yeah.
It's Tommy.
This is a Tyler 1 cam. Yeah, so my mom called me probably a few days ago, and she was asking me the same question, which was, you know, like how are you dealing with like the coronavirus and having to self-isolate and all that stuff. And I told her that, you know, I've been training my whole life for this moment. Joe's here. I worked on this all morning. So I was thinking about all the things that we used to have at the facility that we don't have here. And then I typed in whiteboard online.
But it expires in 21 days, Tony.
Yeah, in 21 days it's f***ing doomed, but I can make it permanent. Yeah, with the self-quarantine stuff, it's very different. Because it kind of feels like reminiscent to like a really long time ago when I was remote in 2014. When I was working with CLG remotely, it was like, you know, I had to screen share, hope everybody's looking at the screen share. Turns out, same shit.
I think it's a little bit harder to play from home. Home's usually where I just go to chill out and relax. I feel like I'm taking the quarantine pretty well. It's just sort of like life is on hold for a little bit, but I don't know how the rest of the team is. I think everyone's doing okay. I know Tommy's getting a little, you know, bored just having to stay inside all day. I think he'd rather not have to do that.
If we're scrimming from home more than 2 or 3 days, it definitely like gets to you. So
Zoe used a real flash there. She's gonna be pretty unsafe in this hard now.
I'm definitely a person that can read the room well, and seeing everybody's body language like really helps that. And not having that, and then just hearing complete silence, I can't really tell like what exactly people are feeling or what they really think about the scenario.
yeah, we're all just trying to stay focused and trying our hardest to like make sure that, you know, the games that we actually scrim aren't wasted and we're not just like trolling around.
Someone needs to reset. I think we can defend this too. And it's literally just like base like chicken for like 3 minutes, right? So we're gonna be fighting for objectives. We're gonna be fighting for river. Like, you guys need to be in a fighting mindset, right?
Going into last weekend, we were against C9 and FlyQuest, who, at least before the weekend, were number 1 and number 2 in the standings, so it's definitely going to be a hard weekend. I think that LCS getting delayed actually kind of helped us a bit because our practice these past few weeks, even before the quarantine stuff started, was kind of bad. So I guess it was somewhat helpful for us to get some more time, even though it wasn't the best practice because it was remote. I still think it was helpful to sort of get more time to work on the issues we're running into. So.
Thieves!
The lantern has already been used. The box goes down. 100 Thieves will be pushed back as Blabber throws in a cast. Stun goes into stasis, but it only buys a moment as now he's going to be exploded. Wind wall down by Niski, going to prevent a counterattack coming out from the Thieves as Cody's son is chased down, and it's a double kill for Sven. They might look to go for even more. Blabber bobsled his way right back out of the fight as Ryoma comes over the wall further. Medios with the stone plate, popping a subjugate here now as well. Niski's able to find a massive engage there off of Blabber, starting things off the ulti. There's your wombo, there's your combo. There go 100 Thieves. Sunday's about to be taken out now as well. Yes, Niski fell, but all of 100 Thieves are annihilated off of that amazing engage from Blabber and Niski.
I felt like we just were trying to do nothing the whole game.
Like right now for sure, I just have a bunch of scattered notes. Me and Joe were talking during the game. We didn't hear what like the comms and everything was, but definitely our biggest like thoughts were around the tempo stuff that you guys were talking about as well. So I think that's definitely going to be the thing that we go and look at. It seemed like we played a pretty solid early game in terms of like dealing with how much like tempo and pressure that they had from their comp. I think there was a lot of positives, and it's really easy for us to, you know, get mad after a loss, but I think there's a lot of small things we can do better, but we also did a lot of good. So
Yeah, we didn't get rolled over. It looked like we had some character there. It sucks to lose, but now we have to focus on tomorrow.
okay.
Is that hearable?
Yeah. And it's gone. on. Oh.
And it's done.
Okay, I can make it out what it is now. That's f***ing hilarious.
I'll play it before our match.
What the fuck?
The most important is just making sure that we're doing the things that we talked about last night. That is the most important. So let's make sure that we are all focused on that. That's gonna be the that gives us the win today. Okay.
That's gonna be the that gives us the win today.
That's gonna be that gives us the win today.
Because there's a 5-minute delay, there's kind of like two periods. Like the first one is after the draft's finished, there's 5 minutes where we're essentially like, me and Joe are just like, oh shit, like what's happening? It's like we're just missing the first, like we're just waiting until the stream actually hits those 5 minutes. And then we get to start seeing, you know, like what's happening level 1, and then we kind of focus again. But we have like this 5-minute waiting period where it's super awkward. We're like, well, I hope things are going well.
Cody Sun's got the range, got the damage, got the chakras, got the kill. And that's another one in the pocket of 100 Thieves. Bullet time is raining so much hell down onto these guys. Stun and Ryoma will try to get away. Some days looking to save anybody, but it does not look like it's going to come through. He may get a revenge kill at least. Daring FlyQuest to walk over it. Now Santorin's going to be caught out, has to try to get himself away. Going to be taken very low. One more club upside the head, and Meteos has his number. There comes the pillar, and here comes 100 Thieves. A nice shockwave this time. It is perfectly on time.
I don't like this position. I don't like this position.
Oh, they're going on me.
I have big shockwave. I need to cut out there.
Don't
We can fight. We can fight. I got 5 million chakrams. I'm season 10ing right now. I'm season 10ing.
Right here. Okay, right side left.
Nice.
I'm keep fighting, keep fighting.
Bro.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You can go.
We can go.
You can go.
Anyone?
One.
Yeah. Come in.
Something can still go, look.
Someday I can heal you if you have anything. I healed you.
This is uncontestable for them. Oh my god, we stopped him.
Nice.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Wait, we're gonna f***ing ace them here and win. Hey, that's 100 trees, boy. That's 100 trees, giving us the Ocean Soul. In our C9 game, Tommy messaged me when we lost the game and said, the game's over. And then Tommy sounded just super depressed. Then the next day happens, and we win the game. But because me and Joe don't really know what's going on, Tommy messages me and says, Tony, we lost.
Alright, man, if we lose with Elder, we're just really
I mean, I don't think we do, because, I mean, Tommy saying we lost is just a f***ing grief. There's literally no way that we lose, I think, if the game is already over.
We lost.
Tommy, we did not f***ing lose, dude. I can tell.
No, we
There's
lost.
literally 0% chance that we lose this
Someday,
game.
we lost, yeah?
We lost. GG's.
So they get Baron and then they just end it, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Elder, so we felt so confident, and then we just entered.
Then you guys are all really liars, man. You guys are sounding too positive in a situation. You like you guys would be way too tilted.
Fuck.
Like-
Dude, guys, you guys are actually giving me a heart attack. Please, let me just watch this game.
Joe's so control.
Yeah,
This
you
is so
guys,
fun.
you guys actually can't do this to Joe. Like I can tell that we're not gonna lose this game, but
You guys really can't do this. Like, you guys are gonna give me a
Yeah,
heart
look, we
attack.
didn't have a ping on
know,
fire.
Tommy.
Like after the game, I don't think we really coordinated telling people that we lost. I think maybe Tommy was like, I'm gonna message Tony and say we lost. And so then Tommy messaged them, the coaches being like, we lost. Since there's a delay, I don't think they wanted to believe it, but at the same time they weren't sure he was trolling. But then when I joined the call, they were like, did we win? And anytime you hear a question like that, it's like you kind of have to go along with the troll.
Well, who won?
And then they banned Thresh, and
They
then
did, obviously.
You said they did?
Obviously.
Man, you guys stop, man. It's not fun.
No, you guys are actually pissing. You guys are actually like
Look,
freaking.
MS split. Look, MS split pushes bot right now, and they still Baron.
and then
Yeah, right here, we like flip the Baron, and then...
World Turtle always does this. We always forget.
Are we actually out
Yeah.
of playoffs? The end.
Tommy, just shut the f up.
Nar, that is a win for 100 Thieves, bringing them up to 8-8.
그걸 들리냐고. 어? 우리 출연 뒤에도 보고 있는데 다운 말하면 들어. 어? Literally gave me a heart attack.
The win against FlyQuest was pretty good for us. Like it helped us a lot, obviously. But because there's still 2 more games to go and then playoffs after that, I don't think anyone in our team, including myself, is really going to like take the next few days of practice too lightly. I think everyone, our team is giving it their all under the given circumstances, and yeah, we're just gonna try our best to make playoffs and then hopefully win the whole playoffs.
GG's.
Yeah.
Let's work hard tomorrow, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we've pitched this to you as a development roster. So in some ways, we were not beholden to playoffs in spring of 2020. And I'm sure a lot of you fans at home and a lot of unbiased analysts had us around playoffs, but with no certainty of making it. But all that has to be on pause a bit and pivot a bit when you're 1 week out, when your destiny is in your own hands, when individuals and the group has made big strides. Don't get me wrong, it will be a massive disappointment for 100 Thieves League of Legends not to make it back to the playoffs for the first time since 2018. That's just the reality there. Does that mean that everything is shed if we don't make it there? No. I think everyone is really on the ball and making sure that we dot all the I's and cross all the T's. 100 Thieves is in a great position, and it will only be ourselves we look at if we don't make it to playoffs.